Hi Taurus, happy November. I hope you're doing well. Okay guys, we're coming into some really heavy energy. I know I don't need to say it, but I know that there's new viewers too. Watch your sun, moon, and rising if you choose, okay? This reading, I've already laid out the cards, but we can pull clarifiers if need be. Um, uh, we'll go through all of the cards. You come into November with the energy of the Nine of Cups, okay? That is a wish card, but it's also an indulgence card, okay? Right underneath it is the Nine of Swords, okay? You can't go back really from that card, okay? So these two combined, I'm going to say that it's not so much, I think it's more excess than the wish card, okay? The overindulgence card. Okay. Because through here, I was trying to look for, when I was trying to find one lull in energy that was settled, but it's not. Through this whole reading, there's elements that are fighting each other. So it's not going to be, I can't lie, it's not going to be a pleasant November, okay? But I think it's all in how you choose to handle this too, okay? How you come in to November is the Devil card crossed by the Five of Cups. This is how you come into November. Whatever this is, you're well aware of it now. This isn't something new that's coming up, okay? And I'm going to say here with this, it is either, I think this is, it's either, you know, maybe some kind of, there's an addiction here. We'll leave it at that for now, okay? Okay, yeah, it's just gotten to be too much too. But as we know with the Five of Cups, that there is a blessing attached in that card, right? Okay. I think what this is, I'm just going to put it out there. I think that it's either some kind of, you know, there's either infidelity in here or there's some kind of, you know, porn addiction, sex addiction, however you want to name it. There's an there's just an air through this reading that there's someone in this equation here that confuses the two between sex and love, and I think it's someone who just perpetually never really, they're always seeking, you know, they're always secretly seeking more attention, more love, more something in that regard. There's a strong message in here of that. Sorry, I just had to say it, okay? All right. In the near past, you've got the Ace of Coins, okay? This is a card, no matter where it comes up, there really is no negativity attached to it, except that maybe, you know, combined with the Wish card here, it's, you know, it's, you know, it's just, it's too much, you know what I mean? It's just, it's just too much. I get either someone had too much, there's money involved here too. It's more kind of the, one of the, you know, you may have had material victory, but spiritual poverty, like that kind of deal, like it just was not aligned here. There's an, you know, you could have come into something too that you weren't prepared for, and somehow it just took off in a bad direction. Like, you know, I'm going to throw the example out there, but it just because I want you to know what I'm, you know, an addiction is an addiction. It's a, you know, it is what it is. But there's an air here of it on the equivalent of, uh, you know, someone that wins the lotto, right? And those stories afterwards where, you know, the people are worse off after they'd won the lotto than before. They go out and they're not prepared. Okay, they're not prepared to, um, you know, switch tax brackets, so to speak, that fast. You're just not prepared for it, and you do things in an overindulgent way, and it ends up backfiring. That's the kind of air I feel in here. I don't think it was intentional. I think it just went that way, but in not quite the lotto arena, okay? But we'll go back to that. Where you're anchored here is the Six of Swords. That's moving away. That's the bridge between where you are and where you're just not. It could be putting some space between, you know, what's going on and what you want to deal with right now, okay? It can be a temporary movement. Whatever it is, it's moving from here. You've also, through this reading, got multiples. You've got multiple 9s, multiple 5s, multiple 6s, multiple 3s. These are all about, you know, the good and the bad, okay? But they need to be balanced, you know. I just think that someone made a really bad choice, and I really think that somehow there was some kind of sexual something involved here, and I do think there were more than one person. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but that's what makes me think it was like someone that was in an established relationship doing this. This isn't just someone that's got an addiction and is just, you know, dealing with the addiction. I think you took your household down, or someone's, you know, it affected more than just yourself. Okay, what crowns your reading is the Ten of Swords. Okay, again, you've got the Nine of Swords with the Wish card coming in here as your energy. Okay, what crowns your reading over here is the 10. So you've got the 9 and 10 of Swords. The 9 is about dealing with things head on, all right? It's facing the truth about things, okay? It's being up at night. It's, you know, it can also be someone, and I know that, you know, addictions are mental imbalances, right? So it could be someone too that's, you know, should be taking medication but isn't. You know what I mean? Like and it causes this kind of extreme, like a bipolar kind of situation, right? It could also be something like that. Okay. Whatever it is, it's going to take some patience here, okay? I think that it all goes back to here, to money, to something on the home front. Yeah, I want to say just too much came too fast is what I keep hearing here. And, you know, where you go here in the near future is the Page of Swords, okay? We the Page of Swords too is, I'm gonna, you know, he's the master of disguise, like I say. If it were a conversation, which I don't think it is, I'm gonna just put it out here because, you know, you walk in with the Devil and the Five of Cups, okay? And right next to them is the Five of Swords, okay? This is someone who is ruthless, okay? It's someone, like I say, that would clean out your bank account and then go out and have dinner and not think a bit about what they've done. It's to that degree. That's what makes me think it's either a mental imbalance that someone should have been taking medication and isn't, and then this is the ramifications of some, whatever it is, it's pretty bad. Okay, it's not a great situation, because when he shows up, this is someone, you know, that really is just not an honest person. It's all of your horrible relationships wrapped into one is what this card is. Okay. And I think you really feel stuck. Okay. I think it may have been a relationship too that this just happened. It could be you got into a situation with someone and you didn't realize that this was the was the deal here. Okay. Where you go here, what's coming up is the Three of Coins. Okay. That's the Works card. That's mind, body, and soul working in the same direction. It's also a card that, uh, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to come back to this somehow. Something just switched here, because I think this message may be for the person who's on having to deal with this from another person. You have allies. They may be medical professionals. They may be, this may not be work. This may be an institution. It may be, I don't think it's work, but when I picked this card up, it didn't make sense. You have allies. I think this is for the person who's having to deal with this with another person. You have people on your side. This card does not, I don't know where that message came from, but take it, because that's where you go in the very near future. After this is what you're coming up against, all right? And this is where I was trying to see. This will be mid to, and I'm going to do another mid for this month, but this is going to be, I think you cross this bridge not out of the gate in November. I think this comes more middle of the month, okay? Okay. All right, your day-to-day, your home, you've got the Three of Wands, okay? I don't think this is so much, sadly, casting your nets and your ships are coming in. I think this is three people or something going on in here. I don't think it's a happy card. I think it's movement that gives you clarity. Let's look at it that way, okay? It's on the home front too. So I think you're starting to see just maybe the real ramifications. You may have known a tad bit about the situation, but now you know all of it. Now you know more than you'd need. Some things you can't unsee, so to speak. Okay. All right. Your hopes, your fears. You've got the Two of Coins. Okay, that's having to deal with, trying to keep a few balls in the air at the same time while your feet are planted on the ground, right? Sometimes that's not easy to do. It's, you could be trying different ways to do things too. You know what I mean? You may have to be, robbing from Peter to pay Paul, so to speak. Whatever it is, you're trying to juggle two things at one time. But the good news is change comes with that card, so embrace it. Okay, don't meet it with resistance. I don't think you need to deal with any of that. It won't turn out well anyway if you meet it with resistance. This is change that's needed. So take it. I'm going to say too, you're able to navigate this change. Okay? And I think where things were held up for a bit, you start to see around this card, I think it may be a lot of change at one time. Okay? So brace yourself for that. Okay? You will get through this change. Okay? I just heard that loud and clear. Um, you will get through that. Actually, I think what it does, you're able to balance this. Don't worry about this card. You're going to come up against something that you may not be used to. It's not something you're normally used to having to deal with. You're not, but you're going to do it. You're going to do it, and you're going to do it well. Okay? You're going to feel much better when that's over. Okay? On the outbound, you've got the Five of Swords. Bear with me 1 minute. All right, somehow I really think this has to do with legal on the outbound. I think that whatever ooh, whatever this Five of Swords, it's your outbound, but it has to do with this. It has to do with where you're anchored, with you're moving away, with you're going somewhere. You may draw some clear boundaries here. That could very easily be what it is. Okay? It's a card of, though, it's not going to be easy. You're going to meet opposition here. Okay? I'm going to say, though, that after this, you're not going to have a problem with this. This Two of Coins, this change, what you're trying to juggle here, I think it comes because you're having to come up against this. But you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Keep in mind, towards the end of the month, middle end of the month, things are going to come. You're going to get news. You're going to get news that you're not expecting. And I'm not going to say it's not going to throw you for a bit. It's going to throw you for a loop. Okay? But that could be why that message came through, that you'll be able to handle this. okay? It's not gonna, it's gonna either come out of left field or it's going to be something that really shocks you. Um, try to keep all of your ducks in a row, okay? Know exactly what you're doing. Don't lash out. Take it in first to a degree, or don't pay it any mind. It may be something that you don't need to even deal with. Okay. All right, Taurus, I wish that I had better news. If you have, I don't know why I'm saying this, another really, uh, a reading that was similar to this uh, in the degree that something is going on was Sagittarius. I don't see if you've got something in Sag, or go and watch that video. See if there's something in there that can um, that has anything to do with this. I don't even know why I'm saying that, but there were. It's a heavy energy, and I felt it when I did Sagittarius too. So, okay, guys, I wish I had better news. I'll do mid-monthlies, you know. Uh, energy always changes, okay? But as it sits right now, and I'm doing this on the full moon, this is what we've got here, okay? So keep in mind, this is a black moon Lilith new moon, okay? It packs a punch. See where she sits in your sign. See what that means to you, because that kicks up a lot of shadowy stuff, okay? Which are addictions, okay? So again, I don't know. I'm just trying to give you resources that you can use, okay? Thank you so much. I hope that I've helped you in some way. If you need more clarity, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to do a private reading for you. Okay? Thank you so much.